Great victory. Well, Sean Sowerby is along now with a preview of what's coming up a little later in sport.
Thanks, Jen. Well, the legend shone last night, and tonight is a chance for the stars of the women's game to take centre stage. We'll cross live to Etihad Stadium next. Also coming up, Joel Selwood puts his injured ankle to the test ahead of Friday night's final against the Tigers, while Richmond stars headed along to the club's victorious VFL final. And we've gone one-on-one with star bomber Joe Daniher. Also, Wondermare Winks races into turf history at Royal Randwick. The Socceroos arrive in town ahead of Tuesday night's must-win World Cup qualifier. And if you thought it had been a painful US Open for the Aussies, spare a thought for this ball boy. Painful stuff, Jen. See you at 6:45 for sport.
Ouch. Sean Sowerby is back with sport, and Sean, the best of the best in the women's game will be on show tonight.
They sure will, Jen. It's Victoria up against the rest in the AFLW tonight. We'll cross there live next. Also coming up, Joel Selwood takes a giant step in his comeback as Joe Daniher eyes off the Swans. The Socceroos arrive in town with one of their brightest stars under an injury cloud. The wonderful Winks moves a step closer to equine immortality. And the US Open ball boy, it brought a tear to the eye. Hello again. Geelong captain Joel Selwood is on track to return from ankle surgery in record time and line up in Friday night's sold-out qualifying final against Richmond. Selwood has told 7 News he's now more likely than unlikely to take on the Tigers. D-Day for Joel Selwood, and the skipper passed with flying colours.
Yeah, I felt good. As I said all along, I was hopeful of being there next Friday night, and still a little bit of work to do, but I'm feeling good. Let it continue to go this way and I'd be more likely than unlikely.
All eyes were trained on the 6-time All-Australian, whose comeback from ankle surgery is tracking on record pace. And barring a setback, the skipper will be selected for Friday night's qualifying final against the Tigers.
We'll wait right up to the moment. We'll see how I'm feeling, but as I said, I'd probably expect to be named, and we'll go from there.
Most doctors not only expected Selwood to miss the last 3 home and away matches and the first week of the finals, but many didn't even expect him to play any role in September. But going by today's session, the captain is on track to return just 35 days since Buddy Franklin landed on his ankle. Brownlow medalist Patrick Dangerfield had extra treatment on his hip, but the club says he's fine. Their opponents, the Tigers, took the day off to watch their seconds beat Collingwood by 8 points in the VFL elimination final. Anthony Miles and Sam Lloyd put up their hands to play the Cats with 70 touches and 2 goals between them.
Whilst a lot of guys would probably like to be playing AFL, it's always nice to come back and play with those guys.
While the Magpies were buoyed by Mason Cox's impressive 3-goal effort. Having only ever played in a losing final against the Kangaroos, Bombers superstar Joe Daniher is revved up for Saturday's cutthroat clash at the SCG.
We haven't participated in many finals in our recent history, and we're really driven to take this club back where it needs to get to, and that's back near the top of the ladder, and we're striving for greater things.
The All-Australian last night helped launch his Uncle Neil's 3rd annual Daniher Drive to raise money to FightMND.
We're building, but we got a little work to do yet.
Almost 100 cars are entered in the rally, hoping to raise $2 million.